Yikes.
So today we are at Syracuse Off-Road Park, the very, very sandy Syracuse Off-Road Park, to prove that while maybe you shouldn't, you can ride a big bike, especially a big bike like the T7, in horrible sandy conditions like this. Whew. Let's see if we can keep them upright. One thing you really need to keep in mind out here is that along with staying loose, you need to be ready to just let the bike go and let it go down. Woo! Because it might. Well, the throttle is definitely your friend out here.
Whoa! Well, that's not working. There he is. Oh no!
There it was.
What was that called?
Woo! Dismount.
Your bike's laying on its side.
That was a dismount.
Ah, perfect dismount.
On the right side too. Or at least not the wrong side.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Sand in your water?
Yeah, I did a bit of a nosedive there. Ooh.
Oh no, not twice.
Woo! Oh, there goes the mirror again.
Mission in the sand pit is over.
Yeah, you're going a little too far, and sometimes even the throttle can't save you. But I gotta say, for being a somewhat moderately skilled rider, I am extremely impressed, always impressed by how well this bike does out in situations like this and this.
Oh, come on, man.
What a beautiful place it is too. Look at that hill over there. We do of course have the Motovlog tractionators on here, which work great for stopping if you have the ABS on. Uh-oh.
Alright, alright.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of the power and the lack of traction. The lack of power and the lack of traction. That Sherpa just has a hard time out here, and I found that with the TW2. That was a lot less of a fight because you didn't get thrown around in the sand so much because of the wide tires, but you just don't have enough power to really get it moving, and you need that out here. And that's the awesome thing about the T7. It has gobs of power. Now obviously, like I've said in a lot of videos recently, as good as I say the Tenere 700 does out here, I'm not saying that this bike belongs out here or even that it's fun, although I've got to say it definitely is fun. It's not fun from the standpoint of come out here and have a relaxing day on the trail. It's more like pin it and hope you win it and don't fail like I already did. But with the right attitude, oh man, I think it's just a blast trying to see what this bike will do in lots of situations, and this is definitely one that I was equally looking forward to and also sort of dreading. That's not true, I was just pretty much excited about it. Ooh. But as much as you can trust yourself and your confidence in the bike, it only takes a second in the sand to have it all thrown out the window and have you down on the ground. It can happen pretty quickly, but again, as long as you're ready for that and ready to jump off of this 460-pound monster, sure is, I think, worth getting out here and at least trying to see what you can do. And then basically the goal between riding stuff like this and stuff like we do in the the 2-track with the mud and the grass and everything, it just kind of prepares you for future adventures when maybe you're trying to get from point A to point B, not just goofing around in an off-road park and you need to get through an obstacle. And I've kind of slowly been working up to that the last couple years, I guess, and now I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but next year I'm going to have some awesome camping stuff from a supplier that I'm sure you guys will know well if you watch a couple other channels similar to mine here. And I'm pretty excited about that partnership, so be looking for that next year. We're going to get out and do some moto camping and put the skills and the gear to the test. So if you guys remember earlier this year, the first time I was out here on the KLR, I was saying that I was surprised how well it did in this stuff, and I still definitely would say that that is the case. I mean, that bike, I think, with the increase in rake on the forks compared to the Gen 2, and I guess I don't really know what else. It just, maybe that's all it is. Maybe it's the D-Sport tires that I've got on it. That bike just feels really pretty good out here for, again, for as giant and as misplaced as it is out here on these sandy trails. But I gotta say that the Tenere 700 definitely did not disappoint. I was kind of thinking that whole time about how this bike would do out here, and it is definitely more top-heavy feeling, again, because a lot of the weight is up high, being that it is just a bigger bike, taller, but also that the KLR just holds so much of its weight down in the deep gas tank saddlebags. Hello! And I can definitely feel that this thing definitely is a lot more ready to topple over when I sort of lose my balance and my momentum, which again is kind of always why I say, you know, if you're just looking to come out here and putt around and maybe push it a little bit, the KLR is definitely a better bike than this. But if you're somebody that's kind of getting ready to push the limits a little bit and willing to push the limits and willing to get tossed off once in a while when things go sideways, oh man, there is nothing like a Tenere 700. I was actually just talking to one of my buddies who asked me what I thought the best bike out of my lineup would be out here, and I said definitely the T7, and he was kind of surprised to hear that, I think. And I guess without riding them, I would definitely have been surprised to hear that answer too. But like I said, this thing just has the snot to get you both into and out of some hairy situations, and just the anti-squat rear, I don't even know what it is, just the beautiful geometry of this bike between the anti-squat rear and the rake of the forks, and just the kind of open concept feeling of the cockpit, we'll call it. Being that the handlebars are so far away from the pegs in the seat, it's just a nice place to be, and it is so confidence inspiring enough that it gets somebody like me with my skill level out here doing crazy stuff like this. And I don't want to say I feel more confident on this than I do my 250, but I think I definitely am probably moving faster, more so just because I can. But it definitely is always in the back of my mind that this bike would not feel good to have crashed down on you, where the TW200, nah, wouldn't be fun, but it wouldn't be the worst. Speed is definitely your friend out here, but of course you also still need to watch it a bit. There's a little bit of topsoil mixed in here though, so it's not quite so bad. Oh, there's guys trying to pass us. Is that it?
I think so.
Gotta love that MSR hydration pack. I don't know how I lived without one of those. I'm somebody that doesn't drink nearly enough water throughout most of the day, and then as soon as I get on a bike, I can drink a 2-liter bottle of water in like 20 minutes. So I got the MSR hydration pack on the back, and I've got the Rocky Mountain ATV giant thermos in my tail bag.